Hello, hello, this is Strategic Change Guide podcast and it's Motivational Monday by Jim and Lucy. Today we are talking about studying ourselves. If you are young, if you are under 20 or 20 years old, you probably have this feeling, or if you remember yourself at 20 years old, you probably had this feeling that I know everything. I want to do this with my life. I want to live like this. I want to make a lot of money. I want to have happy family, or I don't want to have a family. I want to run a business like this. I want to have pets. I want to have this, travel, all of this. We had answers for everything. This is like age problem, I believe, or so. But we all had that weird feeling that we know what we want from life. And with years, you will, or you already notice that you are actually studying yourself, what exactly you want, how you want it, how you want to live, what do you like from life. Maybe some things that you are doing and think that it's supposed to be that way, those are just habits, or just told us to do by our family, by surroundings, by circumstances, and actually we want completely different things. So you will notice, or you already probably notice, and just think about it, that you are studying yourself all the time, constantly.
That's true, we are. And thank you, Lucy, is that I just was thinking about LinkedIn a moment ago and ideas, and I pushed my computer away and I began to reflect on is that everything sounds like everything. It sounds, if you were to go back 5-6 years ago, you hear some of the same things. They haven't even been dressed up. Just some of the same ideas and strategies for motivating people, what people can do, and so on. And I'm wondering, as we talk about improvement, we want to elevate ourselves and our family. We want to do more, be more. We want to be, or hope that our children become the next Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Martha Stewart, Oprah Winfrey, and so on. I'm wondering about the people you don't hear of. I mean, just think. We get excited when we read the news and think about these people, the next Barack Obama or Donald Trump, whoever you prefer, George Bush. We don't hear about the people who came close, or the people who quietly went about the work but gave up. Nobody talks about them. And you know why nobody talks about them? It's because they're the people who died with their music still in them. They didn't constantly improve. They didn't have the muscle, the heavy lifting. They're the ones that dwarfed themselves back into a corner, who didn't make anything happen. And if something did happen, they said that was good enough. Not great, not something that they could write songs about, not legendary. They're waiting always for tomorrow. They didn't do it. Something always came up. The month ended too soon, came too early. They were overcome by so much inertia, about so many friends that didn't give them support, about a spouse, a significant other that stepped in the way. Something. I mean, we talk about the Bill Gates, the people who once famously said, reportedly, that he said that he wanted a computer on every desk. And we laugh about the people like that who came along, where years ago growing up, we had a computer that fit an entire room or a city block somehow, and we were happy with that. We would have lived with that. We were okay with the coffee shop on the corner somehow that served coffee, and the waitress was my mom's age at the time, and she had the little dress on too tight around her waist. Or the guy that didn't care when he spoke to us with yesterday's beard. We didn't care about those things. But somebody did. Somebody did want to push the envelope and say, I'm not going to live this way. Well, there are still people like that in this very age right now. They can be better, but they refuse to be better. They can have a great marriage, but they don't want a great marriage. They just want to be average to do every day. And they're content with turning the television on and watching people who said, I'm not taking it anymore. Well, if we really want to have the things that we say we want to have, the person we want to be, then we got to step out of it and say, traditional ways of doing it and thinking is not good enough for me.
So I want you to sit and think. Sometimes when I have a break from work, I sit and think and reflect on things for an hour or two. Or sometimes it happens after a terrible overload when you have a moment to relax and you come up with ideas for more work, yes, definitely. And then with understanding that you want different things, that you want this and that, and you didn't notice it for yourself before. You didn't notice it before around you, and you didn't notice it in people around you too. So we are learning every day, every week, every month, and every year. No matter how old are you, you are entitled to learn more, and not just take some courses, classes, and read some more books. This too, but also sit and reflect and work on yourself. Constant improvement. That's the goal. That's one of the biggest goals of your life, because you want to make a difference, not just for yourself, not just for your family, but for the world. And you, not just a small piece of this world. You are important and significant, and you can make a change. Just understand yourself better first, and then bring this change to the world. That's my wish for you. And this is your task for this week. Think about it.
Take care of yourself. You can make it happen.
See you.
Bye.